What if everything you've been told about manifesting abundance is actually blocking your success? What if those "I am wealthy" affirmations you're repeating while feeling empty in your bank account are creating more scarcity instead of abundance? Today, I'm revealing a lost teaching from Genevieve Behrend, Thomas Troward's only personal pupil, that explains why forced positivity creates inner conflict and how to transform your relationship with abundance forever. If you're ready to break free from the manifestation struggle, hit the like button right now and comment what country you're watching from so we can see how far this wisdom travels. You've tried the vision boards. You've written in your gratitude journal. You've stood in front of the mirror declaring, "I am abundant," while secretly worrying about your next bill. And still, the results haven't come. You feel frustrated, confused, and maybe even broken. You wonder, why does this work for others but not for me? The truth is devastatingly simple. You've fallen into the abundance trap. You're trying to force positive thoughts while denying your genuine feelings of lack. This creates an internal war that blocks the very abundance you seek. You're not broken. You've just been taught to manifest incorrectly. Genevieve Behrend discovered this secret in her personal journey with Thomas Troward. When she needed $20,000 to study with him, she didn't force herself to pretend she was already wealthy. She didn't deny her financial reality. Instead, she practiced what she called the waiting period, that crucial space between planting your mental seed and seeing physical results. Behrend understood that true manifestation isn't about what you say, but what you allow. As she wrote, "It is not what you do, but what you allow that creates change." This waiting period is where most people fail. They panic when results don't appear immediately, abandon the process, or worse, double down on forced positivity that creates deeper resistance. If you're ready to move beyond toxic positivity and into authentic abundance, comment "I release resistance" right now. This simple act creates your first step toward genuine transformation. The abundance trap works like this. You feel scarcity, so you try to override it with forced affirmations, but your subconscious knows you're faking it. This creates what Behrend called mental hurry, that anxious, desperate energy that repels abundance. In her words, hurry is fear and consequently destructive. Most manifestation teachers tell you to vibrate at the frequency of already having it, but when you're not there emotionally, this becomes spiritual bypassing, a form of self-deception that blocks real transformation. Behrend's breakthrough is understanding that your mental picture isn't about pretending something is true. It's about creating an orderly thought process that aligns with universal principles. She wrote, "The exercise of the visualizing faculty keeps your mind in order and attracts to you the things you need to make life more enjoyable in an orderly way. This isn't about denying your current reality. It's about establishing mental order while honoring where you are now." The magic happens in what Behrend called the waiting period, that sacred space after you've planted your mental seed, but before you see physical results. This is where most people sabotage themselves. They get impatient. They check their bank account hourly. They tell friends about their manifestation, weakening their power. As Behrend warned, the moment you speak it to any living soul, that moment your power is weakened. In our hustle culture, we've been conditioned to believe that more action equals faster results. But in manifestation, the opposite is true. The waiting period isn't passive. It's powerfully receptive. If this is resonating with you, comment "I honor the waiting period" right now. Your acknowledgement creates a powerful shift in your energy. Let me explain why this waiting period is so crucial using Behrend's own analogy. She compared visualization to a magic lantern. Your mental picture is like the slide inside the lantern, invisible until you turn on the light of your will. But here's what most people miss. You don't keep flicking the switch on and off, checking if the image has appeared. You turn on the light steadily and trust the projection will happen. Behrend wrote, By the steady flow of the light of the will on the spirit, your desired picture is projected upon the screen of the physical world. The waiting period is that steady flow of light. It's not about inaction. It's about consistent, calm expectation without the anxiety of when will it happen. Behrend discovered this when she visualized her $20,000. She didn't force herself to feel wealthy. She simply held the picture steadily while allowing the universe to work. She wrote, "I simply held my thoughts steady and let the power of attraction find its own ways and means." This is radically different from toxic positivity. It's not about denying your current reality. It's about holding space for what's coming without judgment of what is. Behrend understood that no person, place, or thing can give you happiness. They may give you cause for happiness and a feeling of contentment, but the joy of living comes from within. Now let me give you the practical solution, the sacred pause ritual Behrend used but never fully named. This 3-step process transforms how you handle resistance during the waiting period. Step 1, acknowledge without judgment. When you feel scarcity thoughts arising, don't push them away. Simply say, "I notice I'm feeling anxious about money." Behrend taught that fear should be entirely banished from your consciousness, not by denial, but by replacement through understanding. Step 2, return to order. Behrend emphasized that order is heaven's first law. When resistance comes, don't force positivity. Instead, return to mental order. Take 3 deep breaths and visualize everything in perfect divine order, including your financial situation. As Behrend instructed, open a window, take about 10 deep breaths, and during the time, draw a large imaginary circle of light around you. Step 3, reignite inspired action. The waiting period isn't about doing nothing. It's about taking inspired action that feels effortless. Behrend discovered her $20,000 through a series of natural steps that, one circumstance, seemed naturally to lead to another. When resistance fades, ask, "What feels light and easy to do right now?" Then do that. A client of mine used this sacred pause when she was manifesting a new job. She felt panic when no offers came after 2 weeks. Instead of forcing, "I love my new job." Affirmations, she acknowledged her fear, returned to order through Behrend's breathing exercise, and noticed she felt inspired to research one more company. That research led to a conversation that landed her dream position at double her previous salary. When doubt creeps in during your waiting period, remember Behrend's words. Nothing can prevent your picture from coming into concrete form except the same power that gave it birth yourself. The waiting period is an empty space. It's when the universe is rearranging circumstances behind the scenes. Behrend experienced this when she visualized studying with Trollward. Despite his initial refusal, circumstances naturally unfolded until she was accepted as his pupil. During this waiting period, don't look for the full manifestation, look for movement. Behrend wrote, "Just as soon as there appeared a circumstance which indicated the direction, I not only made a supreme effort to regard it calmly as the first sprout of the seed I had sown, but left no stone unturned to follow up that direction by fulfilling my part." This is the critical distinction between toxic positivity and authentic manifestation. Toxic positivity demands immediate results and denies reality. Authentic manifestation honors the process, recognizes early signs, and takes aligned action without desperation. If you're trusting this process right now, comment, "I trust the movement" below. Your declaration strengthens your manifestation field. The transformation isn't just about getting what you want. It's about becoming who you are when you stop fighting reality. Behrend discovered this when she finally met Trollward. She didn't become his pupil through forced affirmations. She became his pupil through patient, ordered expectation that honored the waiting period. When you master the sacred pause, you shift from doing manifestation to being abundance. You stop trying to force outcomes and start allowing creation. As Behrend realized on that street when her world illuminated, There was a feeling of absolute certainty of being in touch with all the power life has to give. This isn't about getting rich quick. It's about aligning with the divine creative principle within you. Behrend wrote, "My mind is a center of divine operation. When you understand this, abundance isn't something you chase. It's your natural state of being." The waiting period transforms from anxious limbo into sacred space where you commune with the creative power of the universe. You stop begging for scraps and start dining at the abundance table as a rightful guest. If this message has awakened something within you, please like this video to help it reach others who are stuck in the abundance trap. Share it with someone who's been forcing affirmations while feeling empty inside. And subscribe to continue this journey of unlocking your true creative power. Remember, abundance isn't about what you say, it's about what you allow. It's not about denying where you are. It's about honoring the waiting period with sacred patience. As Genevieve Behrend discovered, when you stop forcing and start allowing, the universe rushes to meet you. You are not a victim of circumstance, you are a center of divine operation. The waiting period isn't your enemy, it's your greatest ally. Now go practice your sacred pause and watch how abundance flows to you without struggle.